There you go. Welcome to the Bob and Tam Show. Putting.
Nation.
We're trying different tones there. They said I was a little weak the other day, but I did that purposely. Let's get a reaction from her. So where we at today? We're at Thunder Beach Bike Rally. They call it the Autumn Rally. We see on the flyer, which we may not have been telling everybody. It's the
Fall
Autumn.
rally.
It's autumn, not fall. It's the Autumn Rally. So we're actually sitting right here in front of Speed's Performance Plus. So if you guys want to come by and say hi, you can do that. We'll be here probably for a while after the live feed, depending on how many people come on today. So, hey, we'll tell you a little bit about what's going on. Overall, the weather has been excellent here. We did hit, if you watched the video the other day when we went out there to McGuire's, we did hit a little bit of rain coming back, just sprinkles. We got into that bar. I guess it was an excuse to stop and have a drink. And, so we got back there on the old back road there. 30A is kind of a road that goes through, and you can check out a lot of different things along here to check out and ride. But going down to Destin and back, that was about 50 miles around each way. So it was 100 miles we rode. So it wasn't too bad of a nice little ride. And you can see some of the beach and stuff like that. So that's kind of, it wasn't too bad. Overall, the rally here has been okay. It's not, I don't think they're going to break any record crowds here.
There are a lot of people down here.
Yes, but I kind of thought when we seen everybody for opening night, I guess that was Wednesday night, that we went by Hammerhead's Fred's and Miss Newbies and the bar of Boardwalk? No, that bar that's next to Hammerhead Fred's.
Oh, Longboard.
They all had, parking lot was packed, a lot of bikes. Well, just because there's a lot of bikes doesn't mean there's a lot of people in there. So, but we didn't stop. We went to Miss Newbies. If you watch that the next day, we put that up there. You guys could check that out. Had an all right crowd. Wasn't packed. Inside the bar it was, but I mean, it's a small bar. That mostly the parking lot is where a lot of people hang out at. They got a lot of bands. Almost everybody's got a band going on, things like that at night.
Big Engine, they're down here.
Yep. Big Engine's actually playing here. They played here every day. And then one night, Friday night, I think they did day and night. So if you guys are in the Big Engine, we kind of heard them the other day when we pulled out of here yesterday, I guess. You could hear they were playing some AC/DC. Sounded pretty good. They're a local Florida band. So if you come down to Florida, you probably have heard of Big Engine. Other than that, that's kind of it. That tribute band, Cowboy, that does Kid Rock. He was over at the Boardwalk. I think it was last night.
Friday night.
I think Godsmack tonight is going to be at the Boardwalk. Some of you like that. We're not into that. Not one of our bands of choice. But before that is the Micro Midget Wrestling. We're going to be there.
Micro Wrestling.
Yes, but it's midget wrestling. And pretty funny. And we've seen them before. We've kind of tried to catch up with them in Daytona. And it's just been a mess. Spring, they told us they were going to be down there at Cackleberry. And they were there for like one match, and that was it. And they went to the doghouse. And we couldn't travel because I was over there doing the small wrestling. This is spring now, not fall. Fall, they were actually at the doghouse. The Micro Wrestling was at the doghouse, but it was on Thursday night where we already had, I think we were doing
things.
I think we had a live that we did on Thursday night that night. And which it is. I can't believe Daytona, all those vendors would do the main thing on Thursday night. You know, why wouldn't you do a Friday night or Saturday?
Yeah, I don't know.
It wasn't that crowded there. So I don't know. Don't know.
Mohawk Mike's on, Repping's on, and DeBeard's on. So.
Hey, there we go. We've got a few people checking us out today.
That's 24's on there now. So
yeah, that's kind of quiet for a morning here. But we're at
Saturday morning. Everybody up watching their cartoons. That's what we used to do on
here
Saturday mornings back in the day.
Hey, got another subscriber?
Yeah.
There you
go. He was the one that Katie gave him a double.
Yeah. Gave Katie over there at Amsoil. Adam gave her the old patinga.
Yeah.
And okay, it was nice meeting you.
Yeah, I've been wanting to come and make that.
All right. Okay,
All
that's
right.
great.
Your birthday?
Yeah.
Tomorrow's his birthday.
I was past Sunday.
Oh, was
right.
it? All right.
Northwest North Carolina, but I was born in King Airport place right down there.
Oh, was you really?
that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in there.
Okay.
Don't need to come ride the mountain here in Carolina.
Yeah, that's
We'll
what
make it
everybody
there.
says.
Hopefully one day we will make it there.
A town called Boone.
Boone?
Oh, okay.
Doing the dyno over here.
Oh,
Okay.
well, thanks.
Thank you.
over a year ago and stuff.
Okay.
Started doing
Okay.
some stuff.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We always like our subscribers. It's great to meet you. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
And
I
we'll let
give
you,
you a
we'll let you
sticker,
say
but-
hi to everybody.
Yeah. Woo. Hey, Diane. Hey, Sam. Told you I'd be on TV.
There you go. There you go.
There you
If they get
go.
on the big TV, they
Made
can.
a-
You can say you're a big movie star
Made him
now.
a star.
That's right.
The Snake. 421 the Snake.
Yep.
Mountain City. 30 minutes.
Wow,
Okay.
cool.
We'll
We'll have
check
to
that
get
out.
up there.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
All right, you take care.
So let us know if you guys can hear the dyno. We could turn the microphone the other way if it's too loud. So let us know when he starts revving up that engine if you hear the dyno going crazy. So there we go. Got a subscriber. We've had a couple already today. We've already met, I think, 4 or 5 people already
Yep.
this morning since we've been out here getting ready to set up for this live. So it's pretty nice. It's actually not too bad today. The humidity so far, yesterday got a little muggy.
Yeah.
In the afternoon, and by the time we got over to Sharky's, well, I think that was cheating over at Sharky's. We were sitting out on the patio, and you had the breeze from the ocean there.
Yeah. And it
So
was.
I guess it's golf. We're not on the ocean side anymore. Forgot
hey,
where we were
Debbie. Yeah, we're on the West Coast. There's Debbie.
at. Not on the West Coast.
Debbie Parker.
We're
well,
on
the West Coast.
We're on the South Coast.
West Coast of Florida. Right? So
But
there's
we're more on the South Coast. Panhandle. We're on the Panhandle side.
I guess.
We're on the south of Florida there on the Panhandle. So pretty exciting. We do have our reservations. We've talked about that the other day about John Snyder. We're going there on Monday. We won't be able to extend over. Somebody else already booked Tuesday. Probably one of you guys watching our channel took my idea and took Tuesday. And
we were going to try to get 2 days.
so we won't be able to stay over.
I could be one of the vendors. We've been telling a lot of vendors.
Yeah.
Hi, Debbie.
So
that's
that's gonna be pretty neat. We're also, after we go there on Monday, Tuesday, if all goes well, we will be in Beaumont, Texas. So if anybody's around Beaumont, we're going to be actually there all the way up through Sunday. So probably Wednesday through Sunday or Tuesday through Sunday. We may make another stop before we get to Beaumont, just depending on what's going on. Maybe we'll go down to New Orleans and party like a dog.
Oh.
Can you hear the dyno? How loud is the
That was
dyno?
the old days.
The old days.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody broke their foot
That was
and
when I quit drinking.
broke her nose.
I broke everything, and I don't remember a thing. So that's why I quit drinking. The rapping says he's busy in St. Augustine's remodeling his kitchen and floors.
That's like a lot of work. Why don't you do that in the rainy season so you can be inside, not have to be outside?
He said, "Go, Bob. Go down to New Orleans."
That's right. Party hardy. I like New Orleans. We used to go all the time. We'd always go 1 week before
Every
Mardi
year.
Gras, right when the parade started. And we didn't stay hang around for the actual Mardi Gras because it's insane on Bourbon Street. You know, you get to where the people, you move with the crowd. They go this way, you go that way, you go this way. But if you go the weekend before, all the parades are there. You get to see all that, so you can experience that. Bourbon Street's usually pretty decently crowded. Not as wild as it used to be. At least not that we've seen the last time we were there last year. And but we didn't go down during Mardi Gras. Oh, you did. We went the week before Mardi Gras last year, I think. Week or
There's
two before.
Shane.
Shane
I
who?
just saw you guys.
Oh.
Shane Coker.
Oh, yep. He's with Rick Rack. And we were just down there, stopped in, said hi to them, and they're very busy. They've been pretty busy all the way through the rally.
No waiting.
Yep.
I don't know what he says. Nolans.
Nolans, yep, Nolans.
I forgot my little pouch this morning. I don't have any stickers. I don't have any of my glasses. I got nothing.
No Lubly lips to put on?
No, nothing. Not my good stuff for my lips for the stupid sun. And
It's all screwed up. So, yes. We're hanging out here at Speeds. Hey, if you need something done, they're doing a dyno right now, and the guys are waiting for the next appointment to show up. If you happen to be in the area and need something done or get some performance work done on your bike, hey, they can probably get you right in. So come on down and at least say hi to us for hanging out down here. They gave us a little table. They took all their stuff off the table and gave it to us.
turned off their bike that they always have the music playing.
Yeah, playing stereo. So they do stereo work here. They do the Rockford stereos they put in here. They're doing the front and rears. They got a special or something going on them. But I mean, hey, they're running. A lot of places are running low on speakers again. This whole rally's getting to be like that. So much stuff comes from overseas, and almost any of these vendors will tell us that even the shipping container, no matter where you're getting it from, they're having a big delay on getting
East Coast,
things
West
to come
Coast,
in.
doesn't matter.
And so there's a, it's just crazy. Even Bugslide said the other day that there was supposed to have been some stuff shipped to Daytona and it got delayed and somebody had to wait around and pick it up to bring it for this show. So it's really tough. It's tough for these vendors to get what they need to have. That's why when I say, when you're wanting to get something done at the vendors, your best way, which we have a lot of, all the ones that we recommend, we have contact information for them. So like, hey, if you're going to go to Galveston, hey, I want to go to Speeds and I want to have a cam put in, I want to put some solid gears in, I want to have it tuned, all that, we can give you their phone number and you can call and you can actually set up an appointment. That way you can bring your bike in, we'll get you right in first thing in the morning, and then in 4 or 5 hours, you got your bike back and you're out riding. So that's what we do now, which we didn't know back then.
So right now we're at Panama City Beach, Florida. Their Thunder Beach Autumn Rally is where we're at right now. After this, the first weekend in November will be in Galveston. So that's our next rally, and then that's where we're at right now. Robert wanted to know.
And it's called Frank Brown's Park. This is where they normally set up. Actually, this year they've actually laid it out very good. Only sad news is Harley Davidson did not bring the demo truck out.
Indians here.
Yeah, Indians here giving out their demo rides. But we also noticed when we were in Myrtle Beach, they weren't there either. But what was funny was at Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue, the Pig Trail, they actually had 2 demo trucks. They had one over at the Pig Trail, and then they had another one over at their sister dealership over in Eureka Springs. So that was pretty neat. I guess you got a pretty good pull to be able to get both those trucks in there.
Yeah.
But here, no Harleys. And that's really sad. Especially if Indian's going to come out here and they're going to bring their big truck out, give you demo rides. Why would Harley not show up? That's kind of I don't know.
I don't know if they have to, if the local dealership has to ask for that. I don't know.
I mean, where else they at?
Yeah,
They got these trucks that travel all over the United States. And what else are they doing this weekend? I don't know anything else going on.
Everything says the tariffs are a killer. Getting all that stuff in.
Yeah. What he does golf cart parts and stuff, services on them. So yeah, he was telling us how he's having a lot of things from overseas. And what's sad about it is America's relied so much on Chinese and Japanese products, and we're not making them here in the States anymore. So now we're kind
We have to
of
rely on them and wait for it.
so now we got to wait for all these companies to decide again, hey, in America, let's start building stuff again. That way you can have it tomorrow or the next day. And, and it really needs to be done that way. If we, when I was growing up in the 60s and 70s, it didn't seem like we had so much trouble getting products, unless there was a war going on, war. That was before my time, World War I and II. But,
sure. There's Paula's on.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's overall, it's been a pretty nice rally. The only thing bad about here is traffic. We did see an accident the other day. We pulled up on it just after it happened. Guy was driving down the street on the motorcycle. He had the right of way. Somebody turned into Walmart, cut right in front of him, and he slammed right in the side of the door. Bike was down on the ground. We didn't see him. I'm assuming the only good thing about it, if you could say something good about it, is it happened right in front of the fire department. So emergency units and everything was right there to pull out of the station right to him. So hopefully that guy's okay. And his bike didn't look too awful bad, but I mean, we were driving by and we don't want to be rubberneckers. So we just took a quick glance to see what it was. And I was afraid it was a bike, and it was. That's the only thing we've seen so far. But down here in Florida, traffic is awful down here. You got people that are 90 years old that probably shouldn't be driving anymore. People that can't hear real well driving. Then you got these younger kids that are out here driving 80, 90 miles an hour down the highway, darting in between the heavy traffic. So, you got to be really, really cautious if you're on a motorcycle out here. They just don't see us. So you got to really pay attention. If you're riding down the road and somebody's coming out of McDonald's or wherever they're coming out of, you see those tires rolling a little bit, you need to slow down. Honk the horn at them. Let them know. Hey, wave at them. Let them know that, hey, dude, don't run my ass over. Because they're going to come out a lot better than you're going to come out.
So I want to know if you're going to go get your T-shirt cut today. But I am wearing my cut T-shirt today.
Here, we'll give you a preview here.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, we've seen it if you watched the video the other day.
I don't know. Can you see it?
That's me. I guess you can see it.
Yeah, you gotta take the thing off.
I think.
Hey! Oh, hit the there. And they cut the sides.
Yeah, let me get in the shade so I can see the camera. Ah, there we go. We get way out here.
And Willie did that for me.
Yep. So you guys can watch the video the
That's
other
my pet
day.
t-shirt.
I think it was Thursday's or Friday's video. We showed that. And not the complete cut job. We showed some of it. I didn't put it as the thumbnail. We want to get over there. Hopefully tonight, we'll get a shot of Willie doing some other shirts. She's already just newbies, and it's just tough to get in and out of newbies over there. They get pretty crowded.
Yeah, get on Facebook. I don't know who.
And,
don't forget to check the little
yep,
box.
so if you're watching Facebook, what you can do is you can click, if you haven't made a large screen, if you go back to where you're to regular Facebook, there's red highlighted there that says Yard Stream. You have to click on that to give permission for Yard Stream to put your name across here. They don't use anything from you. We pay for this service. So we're the only ones that are seeing this. So they're not using any data from this. So don't be afraid. But that way it gives us an idea of who you are. And
yeah, it's not cut up. I didn't have it on, so I don't know who you are. But thank you. They said the shirt looked good. Thanks to Willie.
Yeah. So Willie does it. He takes just tips for doing the shirts, and we pay for it. We don't get nothing for free either. No. And sometimes we get a little bit better deal from some of the vendors and stuff like that. But it's good. It's really good. I hate to say this, but it's really good to pay something for products versus because you're going to give more of an honest opinion about something if you had to pay a little bit for it. Even though, there's a lot of these YouTubers out here that are getting paid to tell you what the product is. And, we've talked about that before. The reason we don't have any sponsors, we probably got a lot of these vendors here that would love to sponsor us. But then they tell me what they're going to want to talk about and what they want to show. And, when I go in here and I show the mechanics working, the technicians working, I pick the ones I want to talk to. They don't tell me, hey, go talk to this guy, or go talk to that guy. I walk in and they don't, like a Rick Rack. Shane has no idea I'm even in there half the time talking to his mechanics. He told me once I could do it, and then after that, I go and I kind of pick the guys that do really well talking to me. There's a couple over there that do a really good job. Cyril, we just met up with them the other day, and maybe in Galveston we'll have some there. Paul at the Fair and Exchange, and what's Paul's partner there that's with him that I always talk to? He posts another name. I
don't think I've ever.
And,
he always says hi to me, but I don't know his name.
He doesn't like to go on camera, but he always does a good job when he talks to us. So I always appreciate him. And then
he's the one that gave us his honest opinion about the light.
Yeah.
The headlight.
Yeah.
When are you going to do that, in Galveston?
I don't know. When they're not too busy. We've decided on the headlight we're going to get, and we're not going to tell you about it till I put it in and I write it. Really, I should have had it put in today because it's dark going out where we're staying at. And if you guys
That's what I wanted to do. At night, I wanted a picture of our lights now, and then you can do a split screen and do a picture of the lights when we get new.
Well, it depends on what camera you got on. So, because each camera picks up a little different.
So use the same camera.
Yeah. So a lot of people say, which is what we used to do when I used to work on cars, to align headlights. You used to pull up to like a garage door. We had a wall, and you had a line across it, and you adjusted headlights and stuff. Motorcycle headlights, I don't think you could adjust them anymore like you used to on cars. Cars, I don't think even the cars anymore have adjustments on them like they used to. And used to have little screws. You tighten them up and turn it this way and turn it that way, this way, that way.
Like the ones where the headlights go up.
We had a Thunderbird.
Yeah. And then if one stayed down, then you had it winking. It
was broke.
But it looked like it was winking at you. I don't know. If you're on, give us a thumbs up because YouTube likes that. And so
overall, actually, the rally here, we've had some pretty good views from you guys watching our channel and stuff while we're here. We do greatly appreciate it. Actually, the video yesterday has been it's been showing as #1. I don't know if it's going to keep going #1 because today there's not going to be a video. We're going to stay out all day. And from here, we're going to go over to Hammerhead Fred's and try the bikini contest again. I've never seen a place that drags crap out.
They all do that because they want you to stay there and drink.
Problem was when we left at 9:30, it was already half the bar was gone.
Yeah.
And they probably didn't do the bikini contest till 11 or 12 o'clock at
Because
night.
the band restarted, so you know they're not going to finish their set
So-
for another 45 minutes.
So the idea there
Good
is
band. I
there
think it was
probably
called Buck
wasn't
Wild.
anybody there. So we got some video of the girls in there. I guess they're evening wears, I guess you want to call it. This was an older group of girls. I think today is we seen a couple girls running around today. Yeah, last night, and she's talked to a couple of them, and it sounded like they might be contestants today. So it's supposed to start at 2 and be over at 6. So it's probably more likely it's going to start at 4 and be over at 6 because the band starts at 7, so they have to be done before the band starts. So from there, we're going to go over to the Boardwalk Resort. It's right next to Pineapple Willie's, and they've got some vendors inside. Not much. They got bills, trailers, a couple places selling T-shirts. There's the veterans guy there that does stuff for veterans, bikes, and they make a lot of custom bikes and stuff for them. Like if you don't have an arm or a leg or something like that. And we talked to the guy last year. This year we didn't have a chance to talk to him.
They weren't there?
Yeah, they were. They were
Oh,
there. When you first walked the door, he's to the left.
Oh.
He's on the video, but I didn't show him. I think he wanted to talk, but it's just we get too many people talking. It gets to be where the videos are all, I understand we do a lot of the
All
same.
talking, no fun?
Yeah, I know we talk to a lot of these vendors. And the reason we do this is because we've never gone to all the rallies that we do now. But we used to go to the Laughlin River Run in Laughlin, Nevada. We've been to that about 15 years straight. And we've been to a couple rallies in California. We've been to Sturgis a handful of times before we started a channel. And what we find out is we've been screwed. And so has some of our friends been screwed by some of these vendors. That there's a lot of these guys that they buy cheap stuff, they sell junk, and the next thing you know, when something happens to it, you get home and it doesn't work, you try to get a hold of them and there's no contact. Email just comes back, they don't answer, there's no phone number, there's no address, you don't have crap to track these people down. So,
Well, one vendor told us a story the other day that another vendor had a product and it was defective. So they were going to throw it away. And another vendor said, I'll buy that from you for pennies on the dollar. He bought it and turned around and started selling it. And the other vendor said, hey, aren't those defective ones? He's like, oh, there's nothing wrong with these. And was selling them. So
it's actually something that would have ruined your bike. Yeah. Actually, it was a gel pack. It was a gel seat covers. And what happened was when it gets to be about the high 90s, the gel starts liquefying and it starts oozing out and it gets on your paint and it ruins the paint on your bike. So I don't know if that vendor's still around. We don't know who he was. We didn't ask that question. And but that is. There's another guy that used to be out here, another vendor that I think he's out of business now. He used to be in California and he went to Sturgis and a lot of different rallies. And he screwed our buddy Art, sold him a fairing with a bunch of wiring and speakers and all this stuff. And it was nothing but trouble. The paint never matched. And he ended up selling the bike, but it was the worst. He spent a lot of money and it sucks. So that's one of the reasons we tell you about these vendors. All the vendors that we recommend. Now, sometimes we stop and talk to somebody and we don't tell you that it's a recommended dealer. So sometimes we just talk to people to give
if they got something unique or something different.
Not saying that we stand behind them, but the ones you see on a regular basis here, Speeds, Chubby Cups, the Fairing Exchange,
Wide Open Customs.
Yep, them with
Amsoil Adam, Speeds, Sinister Sound,
Rick Rack, we do Zero, all those. And if I missed anybody, sorry. That we one sexy, and I can't say it because I wrote a thing explaining. They gigged me the other day for her live because we said that again, and they think it's a derogatory towards women, I guess. So I wrote them. And I'm waiting to see what the response is to say that that's the name of a store, dumbass.
So Ray says he likes his headlights to point up.
Like pointers?
Yeah.
So,
that's what I say.
Yep. So overall, not too bad. Saturday here, the crowd's not super crowded. They got 2 bike shows going on here today. If you guys watched the video from, I think it was yesterday's video, we had Radical Randy. He does a lot of the bike shows in Florida here. And so he came on. They had 2 bike shows yesterday. One was a sound one was something else. Today it's supposed to be the Thunder Beach bike shows. I think he puts those on too. I don't know if we'll get to see him or not. It starts at 11. Maybe we'll walk over there and see if there's anything we're seeing. But a lot of times at these bike shows, like that's why we didn't do a lot of them in Daytona. Just like in Sturgis. All these guys go to the same bike shows. They just drag your bike from one show to the next show, So you end up seeing a lot of the exact same bikes. So, and I see it here. Some of these bikes are the same ones that were in Daytona. Some of them are the same ones that are in Sturgis, and they just drag them around and show them, put them in shows. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
All your trophies.
But if we're showing you bikes, you may not want to see the same bike over and over and over. So we try not to, like if you watched the video yesterday, I only hit on a couple bikes. We pick a handful of people that are standing around their bikes. So, hey, let them tell you a little bit about their bikes. You guys can see them. And only one that I really liked was the guy that actually his license plate was Willie G, the one that had the skull and stuff on it. I seen it coming through the crowd, and I chased that guy down to get his interview. And because it was different. It was something different. It was kind of neat. And I ended up not getting as good a shot as I wanted on the bike. He had a shifter looked like a double barrel shotgun was his shifter on the side, suicide shifter. And I thought when I went back to edit it, it wasn't there. And I guess I was too excited, I guess, talking to him. I didn't get that shot. So we're trying to show you a little bit more stuff. Just like the vendors, we're trying to show you, it's tough to show because some of the vendors here, they'll be working on something like speeds, for instance, here. And it's going to be 2 or 3 hours before they get back to having it off the dyno to get all the specs. Well, we can't necessarily be here for the next 3 or 4 hours waiting for it or even remember to come back. So a lot of times, like at Rick Rack and stuff, unless they've got the lights on, finishing it up, we don't get back there to show you what it looked like. So that's kind of bad. I understand that. But we try to show you, like in Rick Rack's tent, we try to show you some of the lights that are on the displays to show you how they work and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty neat.
Hi.
Yep. Nope. It's over there. Got a customer. I'm telling them they got a customer.
Yeah.
So, customer for Rick Rack, or no, for Speeds. Get where we're at.
Yeah. It's right behind us. See?
Yep. See the sign? Speeds.
We didn't plan that.
We've been doing business with them for a long time. Way before. We met them years ago, probably 15, 17 years ago. We seen them in Laughlin. Actually, it was his brother that actually runs the shop now. He was there and did some work on my bike. I had somebody else tune my bike, put a power commander in it, and it would run fine for so long, and then the bike just ran awful. And so I had Speeds do like an oil change or something on my bike just to kind of meet up with them and see what they had. And then we had went out to Sturgis on the bike, and this was my 01, and we barely made it there. It was running so bad. We couldn't even get up. I get to the top of the hill, I'd be doing like 40 miles an hour. And so we got to Sturgis. He put it on the machine. I brought it to him and said, hey, here's what I got going on. Check it out. Well, he was able to warranty my power commander that I didn't even buy from him. He tuned it. He charged me for the dyno, setting everything back up, and fixed it. My next bike was a 109, an 09 that I bought. And same thing happened is we ended up needing something done on the bike. And I had this other guy work on it again. And he screwed my motor up. So that was another guy local that fixed it. It's a long story. But ended up being Speeds, had to dyno it again. That time they took care of me for that and warranted it because they had kind of worked on my other bike, which I appreciated them doing that. So they've been a really good vendor. And I've sent people to them for years. And I know it's going to be a long story here, but I just wanted to kind of let you know that that's kind of why we recommend people. Is some of these people we've done business with. Chubby Cup, same thing. My first cup I bought probably 15 years ago. And
I know.
Yeah, on my 01. I got an audience over there watching the dyno. They're filming it.
They're all got their phones out.
Until the tire flies off the back of the bike. Tell you, do not stand behind a dyno.
What it says. There's a big sign back there. So 50 people are on. If you're on, give us a thumbs up. YouTube likes that. So you care. That's what they think. So yeah, give us a thumbs up if you're watching. We appreciate it.
So we're at Panama City Beach. We're at the Thunder Beach Rally. They call it the Autumn Rally. It started on Wednesday. It's over tomorrow. Pretty much Saturday is it. There'll be a handful of dealers that'll hang around here on Sunday till probably noon. But other than that, that's it. We probably won't do much of nothing tomorrow. We might, I don't know. I was going to get a headlight, my headlight and all that stuff from Rick Rack. And I think I'm going to let them install it just for the fact that I want my passing lights to stay on when I hit the high beam. And they said they can do that and no problem. And it's just something they do. Doesn't cost me nothing extra to do that. So that's what we're going to get. We're going to end up getting a headlight and 2 passing lights replaced with, we'll tell you tomorrow. If I get it, we'll tell you what they are and our next video and show you them. Because I really noticed that the factory headlight, and I know we've had a lot of different recommendations from other headlights that are out there. The dealer, I guess somebody's been saying that the dealer really has a good, Harley makes a really good light. It's just tough. It's when you're out here looking at stuff, it's really hard to pick what you want. There's a good chance here if I buy this from Rick Rack and he puts it on and we drive the next few days with this thing and I don't like it, I can take it back and he'll work something out with me. Where if I buy it from Harley and I spend the money for the Harley lamp and I don't like it, I don't think they're going to do anything for me. Plus, I won't even be here from this dealer to go back to that dealer again. You know, if you got a dealer that you spend a lot of money with, you might have a little bit more advantage, but I doubt it. A lot of dealers are dealers. You know, it's kind of like dealing with a new car dealer or anybody like that. Dealers normally don't work things out with you. Very seldom do they.
Bend over backwards to get your business, but some of them, not all of them, don't have very good customer service. But
so
it depends on where you go.
Well, it's also there's a lot of
dealers
have a lot of people under them. That's one of the reasons we always tell you if you have a problem with somebody, you know, especially motorcycle related, contact us. We've had a couple now with dealerships that we don't deal with that we've able to come up with resolutions for people. We think that was a very good resolutions that we're getting, but we don't know at the other end if they liked it or they didn't like it or whatever. But what we look at it is we try to look at things from both sides of the coin. We've owned our own businesses before, automotive businesses. So, you know, sometimes some people you just can't satisfy. And that's where life is. And sometimes so we try to look at it from both ways. We try to look from it from a business sense to keep a customer happy. And we also look at it as a consumer. If I bought it, what would I expect? And, you know, we had something in an RV a while back. A guy had solar put on and he's from a guy that we would recommend this guy for putting solar on an RV. And not very happy with it. I guess after the guy got it, he traveled to where he was at, came across the United States, had it fixed. On his way, a day or two later, it started acting up. Well, he contacted the guy, and the guy said, hey, I'll be in this area. So the guy says, okay, he was on his honeymoon or anniversary trip or whatever. He's traveling all around the United States in his RV. And so he kind of got into the town where the guy was at and contacted him and said, hey, we're here now. Where are you at? Well, I'm outside of town about 30 miles. And the guy says, well, you should have told me that. Well, he wrote in his email, he said he was around that town, near that town is what the word was. Well, 30 miles is still near that town if there's nothing else around it. Well, he didn't want to do that. Plus, he said he was working on something. Well, of course, the guy is portable. He's working. He didn't say, I won't stop and take a quick look at your RV and see if I can figure out what's wrong with it. He just badmouthed the guy, and now he wants his money back. And no, if you know, there's a circumstance there that could be worked out. The guy that did the install is happy to work with him. He travels around the United States too, and he can make a trip and get close to the guy, but the guy's not happy with anything at this point. So in a point like that, I don't know what he's going to do. You know, a lot of people think about, oh, I'm going to sue somebody because I'm upset. Well, he actually had the work done up in South Dakota. So you would probably have to go to either that state or the state that the guy has his business in. So it's just like here. If you bought something from Yin Yang across the street here from us, and you get home and it ruins your bike, okay, and you call them people up and they won't do anything for you. Now, the next thing you know is, hey, I'm going to file a lawsuit, small claims court. Well, the odds are you're probably not going to, if you're from, let's say you're from Illinois, you're not going to be able to file small claims court in Illinois for something you had done here in Florida. So you would end up having to come back to Florida Or you might be able, if Mr. Yin Yang here was in New York, you might be able to go to New York and file a lawsuit there. Now, that's a lot of money, a lot of time, and you're going to take at that point, then is it worth it? I'm one of those guys usually that I just say screw them and I just badmouth the rest of my life and tell people don't buy this from this guy. So I don't know. So that's what we try to do, is be a mediator for you to discuss it with a dealer. Or we've had a couple dealers that we've contacted on issues, and we've talked to GMs, and they actually were overwhelmed that we went out of our way to talk to them to try to solve a problem that there was going on at their dealership, and we have nothing in the game. We get nothing out of it. But the idea is we want to get something for you. We want to help you guys out.
The satisfaction of helping someone else.
Yeah. So to be able to get
just like Lynette's doing.
Yeah.
She told us there's going to be construction on the 45 near Lake City when we go to Galveston. So she's just giving us a heads up. So thanks, Lynette.
Yep.
Appreciate that. Christopher's on. We saw him in Sturgis. And David Hill says he likes our lifestyle. He wishes he could do that. But I don't get to see my kids and grandkids. That's the only downfall.
Now, the only thing that we look at this is a lot of these rallies are exactly the same every year. There's nothing really different here. They have a lot of the same bands. They have a lot of the same things going on. A lot of the same vendors. Now here, I screwed up last night and I forgot to put this in. They have something here that actually was the first time I've ever seen here. I've seen it in Sturgis because that's where we got our RV at. They actually have Camping World is here with some toy haulers you can check out. The dealer here in the area came out, brought some trailers. I got it. They did a shout out last night. Now we don't recommend. Here, look, we got it. So hopefully you can see that because we got the camera and I can't switch it once we're going. No, I can't switch the camera. I don't know, where's my class? I don't think, maybe I can.
I think we tried that before.
Nope.
It says no camera.
Nope, we just blocked you out. Nope, can't switch it around. I didn't think I could. Once it starts, we can't do it. And which we could. We need to bring out, we need to try it. We need to do a live. We got to find out. We could have done it here. We got really good internet, but you have to bring the computer out, bring out a couple different cameras, hook it up to this new board that we bought.
We can flash
and we can leave this micro. We can leave the microphone on the camera that we're looking at on, and we can switch to different cameras. Like we could have a camera looking this way, one looking the other way, and one looking at us. And we can go back and forth from all that. And it's pretty neat. I just haven't even got to use the stupid little thing that I bought. It wasn't that expensive. It was like $200. And thought it would be a really neat thing. What we wanted to do, we'll probably do it definitely when we get back home. We want to show a lot of you how. Oh, I scoot over. I'm going this way.
Well, I don't know. I feel like you're sitting on half my seat.
And oh, you got too big a booty.
I don't think it's mine.
It ain't my booty. I got baby butt. So now you know a little bit more about that.
Rapping says Camping World just changed to Gander.
They own both.
Yes.
So it's Gander. They also own something else. Camping World is buying a lot of things up. They actually, I think they own our coast to coast campgrounds that we belong to membership. I think it's owned by them now. So Camping World owns
through Good Sam's, and Good Sam's is through Camping World, and it's
and so they're just another one of these corporations that are buying everything up.
Gobbling everything up.
Yeah. So it's not uncommon. And I don't know. We buy some stuff from Camping World. We never bought an RV from there. We've heard good and bad. We always tell people go back and watch our video about buying an RV if you want to know something about it, and we'll show you how to buy an RV and get a good price. And it's really easy. It's 2 videos that I made up, and maybe
part 1 and part 2.
Maybe we'll re-edit it a little bit and we'll put them up again because it's a good way because you use it for anything, buying a motorcycle, buying anything. I know a lot of the dealers don't like me to show it because it tells you a lot of things that you shouldn't be paying for. And you can do this on anything, buying a car, anything. And we now use this. When we bought our RV, we got it that way. We paid no extra fees.
I know, but that's what I thought, Rap Pink, when Camping World, we went through and they said that they were also, or it was Granger now.
Ganger,
I said, that's
Grander.
great. Grander, whatever.
Granger is another company.
Granger is LaGrange. Anyway, that's what I thought, because we just bought something from Camping World and got warranty on it. And I said, well, that's just great now because now they're not going to warranty it because now they're no longer Camping World. They're this, but no, it's kind of like Cabela's Pro Bass Shop, and they got another one too.
Yeah.
They're all the same corporation under different names.
But it's like a Camping World. We look. I shop everything. I look at Amazon. I look at eBay.
Camping World sometimes
we've gotten some really good deals. And what's neat is when you belong to them, they'll send you different ads than what they have in their flyer. Like we got a water softener which I've never used. It's ready to go. I don't know why I don't plug it in, but to save our water heater in our trailer. And I got it for like $200 off the price. And I even saved $75 off their sale price in the store. I said, hey, this is what I got to show them on my phone. And they're like, okay, we match. Well, yeah, we agree to that price. You got it. So you can really get some good deals there. And so I price shop when I go to things. I don't buy a lot of camping gear from Walmart. We don't buy the filters or nothing from there. And unless I have to.
There's a lot of things. The covers we found for our steps, they had a sale on them at Camping World, and he looked on Amazon. He said, oh, we might get them cheaper on Amazon. It wasn't. They were probably not half the price, but a lot cheaper than they were even on Amazon. Everything's going good. We're down here in Florida. The weather's been great. Friday, I guess, there was a little bit of sprinkles.
It was a little humid yesterday,
no, not
too.
Yesterday.
Thursday.
Thursday, when we went out to McGuire's, out to Destin.
And we got rained on last year when we went out there. We got rained on a lot worse last year. Yeah. This year, it just kind of sprinkled a little bit. It looked like it was going to get worse, so I turned off and went down. There's a road that's closer to the water that you run through all these little towns that they have.
Towns.
Yeah, and a lot of condos, a lot of golf carts. We went down there. We stopped at this little bar. I don't remember what the name of it was. Had a drink. It was all right. But we got out of the rain. We actually sat outside underneath we sat out underneath just a little patio furniture with an umbrella, and it was enough to keep us dry. And sat out there, and it was really nice, but it got really humid after the rain. Yesterday got humid yesterday. It was when we were here. I'm gonna do a little dancing now. So if you're one of these guys that rides your bike and you're going through, I'm not saying going down the highway, but you're going through a crowd of people like this right here where a bunch of vendors are at. Why would you crank your stereo up that loud to where it overpowers everybody else?
I could dance.
Now, her question is, how if you're riding with 5 or 6 of your buddies and you all have your stereos cranked up, how the heck do you hear?
That was Deb.
How the heck do you hear what's going on around you? So that's one of my questions. Just like the guys that rev their bikes up at a traffic light. We were sitting in a traffic light last night, revving them up, and I don't know if they thought I was going to rev. No, I'm not revving my bike up. We'll go. If I go through a tunnel or something like that, I've done it there, but not. I don't know, dude. You got a Harley. I can make my bike rattle too, and I don't know what you're proving. I don't know why. Oh, people say, loud pipes save lives. Yeah, it's true. You're pulling up alongside of somebody and you rev your bike up a little bit to get their attention. That's a different story. And I've done that because you get people that kind of look like they're going to come over in your lane, rev up your bike instead of honking your horn, and they react. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking like here. There's people just riding up and down the streets here. Some asshole last night had a crotch rocket and riding along, and he does a burnout and throws Chad up at us while behind him. And what a clown.
Well, and they're loud. Their exhaust is like really high pitched. Man, that hurts my ears. But Rat Pink, if you go to that Turkey Rod run, you can get on our Facebook group page and do a live. If you don't want to talk, you don't have to. But just kind of show what's going on while you're there.
Yeah.
And
so anybody can do that. You can go on either one of our pages, the Pating or on the Bob and Tams, and you can post videos of being at a bike show. I don't really want other people's YouTube channels on there. If you do, you got to let me know. You can message me that link, and if it's something I think that's good that you guys should all see, I'm okay with that. But I want to okay all that. So
it's a nice rally if you're not.
We've had a few. Some moron came on the other day And I think Paula put a thumbs down on it, or an ugly face, a mad face. That it was a guy that said he had permission from the administrator to, if whatever, I don't know what the hell the guy was selling, some kind of crap. Well, I went in there and I deleted it as soon as I seen it.
Hi, David.
But you guys can always message me on that, or you can, if you're on Facebook and stuff, you can put on there that you think the comment is prerogative, whatever they say, not right, racist, or whatever you want to mark. Any of those boxes. And usually it'll come to me and I can see it'll come up. It'll pop up pretty quick on my phone as a notice. Some of you have done it in the past. So if you see something that's on the channel, even if they say, unless it's got my name across the top of it, or if it's something I posted you think is not right, hit it and let me know. And so I can get in there and take it off.
It's mostly cars, but that's okay. Most guys that ride motorcycles like to look at cool cars too. So
I mean, you can show. We did the car show down in Orlando when we were down there. They have one down there, I think every Friday night or something
like that.
And we filmed that. A lot of people didn't care about it, but I mean, you never know. They had some pretty neat cars. But
I just got this guy's handle. My dad's rubber broke.
Oh,
that's a pretty good one.
So pretty exciting. So. We also need to pick a few more of you people to be moderators. We kind of got swamped the other day, and some of you Red Fink and stuff wasn't on. And I hit a girl that I thought was somebody that I thought it was somebody I knew, and ended up not being. And she took a bunch of people out.
She's got the same last name as Paula, so I think it said Vicky Peterson, and he thought it was Paula, and he gave her a wrench, and she was deleting everybody.
Yeah. And so if you've been deleted like that, you can go on our Facebook page and let us know you've been deleted. And I can go back in there, and I took the one guy out. And I think it was Thomas or something was his name. And she had put a permanent block on him, which they shouldn't be able to. But who knows on these trolls how they do this.
I think once they get like a wrench, I don't know if there's other things they can do. I don't know. I know Paula. He's not good with names. Do you realize that? She had the same last name as you, so I think that's what she was thinking.
So does she want to be a
moderator? Do you want to be one of our moderators, Paula? If you're on, I think she's mostly on Facebook. I don't know if she watches us.
She comes on here a lot.
Are you? I know, but I mean, is it on YouTube? Do you watch us through YouTube too, Paula? Do they have to be on YouTube to get a wrench? Have to be on YouTube.
Because Facebook doesn't have any.
She said, yep. All right. Okay.
Yeah, she's on Facebook. And tonight,
Red Fink says he's gonna bury that.
There's a.
Okay. We'll make you one. But she's on Facebook right now.
Oh.
Yeah, you got to be on your YouTube part for him to give you the little wrench.
So tonight is, if you're ever out here and you really want to hear these booming stereos, you can come out on Saturday night here at the park. Across the street here is some big sound people. I forget who they are. Last year in the spring, starts at 7 p.m. It went to 2 p.m. and then people left after that. They were still having a competition going on. So it's really crazy. I filmed a little bit of that a couple years ago, but I mean, we can't put the music on, so you can't really hear what's going on. We just kind of showed you some of the bikes, and some of these guys got $20,000 tied up in just a sound system. That's just crazy. But I guess, hey, if you want to be in a competition and, whatever.
Well, what was that one? Was it a slingshot? And that guy had massive.
That was at Destination Daytona.
Oh my gosh.
The spring rally. This guy, I put a little bit of that on there. He had a slingshot, and this guy had to have 20,000 watts. He probably had $50,000 because even the body was fiberglass and had the speakers built into the body, and it had 2 on each side. It had them across the back, and it's like
he had 20 speakers on that thing.
And it was blue and white, and I think it was a black guy that owned it. And I filmed some of that, and it was quite a thing. If he didn't get first prize overall,
something was wrong.
Yeah. It was.
Unless they didn't consider it a motorcycle.
He could outdrown. Well, I mean, they had different competitions. They had slingshots there, and they had different bikes and things like that. And I don't know all that. We're not in those contests, so I don't know different classifications. Maybe they go by wattage or something. See, what I would like them to do, which they did at Cabbage Patch last year, which we didn't go this year. They had the sound competition. They make you play the same music. Everybody plays the same thing.
That's the way. That's the fair thing, I think.
Because if you get, you got a better CD, or you got a song that's got more bass, or whatever you're playing, whatever your stereo does the best at, and you've got that music, and this other guy might have the exact same system, but he doesn't have your song, and you win, That's
Because
really
yours
not,
got more bass than
yeah.
his, or his
it
doesn't
should have been a
have.
tie or whatever. I don't know.
The
But
rapping says, yeah, it's nice to have a good system, but they play that rap music on it.
yeah, that's my funny part that I always like is when you see these 60, 65-year-old guys riding along playing rap music and I just shake my head. I'd like to follow that guy home. I want to know what his radio is tuned onto his truck or his car. Probably listening to the golden oldies.
But Dad's rubber broke. He said his ears are still ringing from his Jensen 6x9s.
Yeah. That's what I said. I had a lot of stereo when I was a kid. My car was all jacked up in the back. We had 60s on the back, 70s on the front of my racing Duster. And I had a bunch of speakers in the back window. We had speakers under the seats. You know, that was before they made the boxes and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, it's, I don't know. I'm older now. And I'm not saying nothing bad about these guys that want to go to these competitions and have good sound. I think right here, they sell a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
I'd like to have a little better system probably on my bike, just so when we're riding, especially like here, these stupid morons are playing some kind of F this, F that next to you. I'd like to have something I could turn up. I did it on my boat. I got gigantic, super duper speakers on the front of my boat. But we only take it when we go to a party area in a cove, and they mount on the front of my pontoon, and they're about that big a speaker. So, and it's got one amp that runs them all by themselves. So we get somebody that plays the F this and F that, and there's a bunch of kids. We got the grandkids are on the boat. Well, we crank up some good old country music for them and make it louder than their crap. Usually they leave.
Yeah.
And but
I don't want to hear that crap. Well, we don't want to hear your crap.
I only do it because of that reason. We've got speakers on, and people should, just like on a boat. There's no reason that, if you got a boat, so does 20 other guys sitting out there. Unless one guy's playing music for everybody. But if, hey, this guy's listening to country, this guy's listening to rap, this guy's listening to rock and roll, you can all keep it at a reasonable tone that everybody on your boat or sitting around your boat can hear it. You don't need to maybe your neighbor don't want to hear the country music, or maybe you don't want to hear the rap music, or whatever you're playing. Be considerate of other people.
So is my dad's rubber broke, is that Dallas? Because now he's talking about his Spankomatic equalizer.
You think your buddy?
I think that's Dallas. He's got a couple aliases.
So Saturday morning. Well, tell everybody where.
Bob Seeger.
So we know where we're at, but where are you guys at? Everybody kind of do a shout out here that's on here today and let us know what city and state you're from. And so we can kind of see what's going on. I know Neil was up and he's not on this morning, but
probably way too early for him.
He's in Alaska, and he had a heat wave there yesterday. He wrote down it was 32 degrees.
Broke the freezing, maybe.
Yeah, so just think they've had snow up there. Oh, so Sturgis. A couple weeks ago, Sturgis got a couple feet of snow. And so, yeah, I seen some pictures on Main Street. And
Paula says Minnesota.
Minnesota got some snow up there in Minnesota. When we travel like this, we can't, it's going to be 80 degrees here today. We have no idea. I don't know what temperature it is now. I don't have my other phone on. And let me go grab my other phone.
Belton, Missouri. Has it snowed up there yet in Missouri? My sister-in-law, she lives around St. Louis area. She said it was finally getting to be fall temperatures. Has anybody seen the leaves changing? I want to see that. I'm hoping on the way home we'll see something. St. Augustine is sunny. Oh, everybody's writing now. It's real sunny. It's sunny here too, and the humidity, thank goodness. Oops, I don't want to do that.
Are we having a party in there?
England. So Dave's on. Dave's fishing and from England, the UK.
Oh, from
how about that?
America to the UK.
Washington, West Virginia, Jim's at. On my couch in Columbia, South Carolina.
It is 79 degrees here.
I know who you are. Your name doesn't show up though, Debbie. If you when you get on Facebook, you have to hit that. What is the little red button?
Yeah, it's red. It just says StreamYard. It actually writes it out. It says, if you'd like to have your name shown on StreamYard, you need to click this red thing. You just click it, and it shows your name on there. So like if I do it, let me go on my Facebook page.
Fairbanks, Alaska, Christopher's at. They hit 47 yesterday. How about that? So I see you, Debbie. I can see your name on my phone, but it doesn't come up
So
here.
what you have to,
Can you see it?
not very well. You have to open it completely up and see it. It's in blue now. It says StreamYard. So if I click on that, and it just says, let StreamYard see your Facebook Live comments. And then you hit that blue. And then it says thank you. Then you go back. And now, let me comment.
Okay. My dad's rubber boat says he's new to our channel. He found us at Biketoberfest.
Okay.
He says he's from Longwood. Well, he said something about Spank. I don't know. Was that really an equalizer? Spank something?
Not that I know of.
Oh, that's why I thought
So
you were.
did my name come up yet?
Oh, I don't know. I'm down to Sunshine in Ohio. Whoops. 79 in St. Augustine's. Lynette is in Houston, Texas. There's Meg Martin. That's Mike, I think. He's says Pating. How hot is it there in Arizona? Hi at work. See, it says Bob Hoffman.
Yep. So that's
him.
what I did. I clicked all those things now. See, by when I comment on Facebook, it comes up here so we can see who you are. That's what we can answer. We try to mainly look at all of our comments.
Oh, it's Sparkomatic.
Sparkomatic
Was the equalizer. I thought it said Spank. Sold at Kmart. Did you get it during a blue light special? That was my favorite thing. That's all we had out by
That
us.
was Kmart.
We had Kmart. That's what he said. He got it at Kmart.
Oh, there's that guy's bike that I filmed yesterday. Guy that, if you watch the video from last night, towards the end, it showed a guy that had a trike that had the soldier memorial on the back of it.
The boots, the gun, and what else? There's 3 things I thought.
The boot, the gun, and the helmet.
Oh yeah, the helmet.
For the, I think it's the fallen soldier.
Well.
And he's a Marine. He's got flags and all that. He's coming through. I don't think he's going to drive down the aisle.
He's going to go that way.
The exit. Looks like he's getting ready to head out. He's got his bags all. Oh, there's that. Oh, it's a dog on the back. Oh, he's going to come through here.
No, here.
Maybe. We'll give him a minute. All right, let me see. We'll show you this guy.
Sub sandwich.
If you missed our video from last night, well, he ain't here yet.
Isn't that cool? He's even got his dog on there.
Yep, something's a little different. And we always look for bikes like that. And also our soldiers. You know, we do salute all of our soldiers, fallen or not.
Yep. And, I remember Kmart also used to have like the Easter Bunny. That was the only place way back in the day when my kids were little, you could take them to see the Easter Bunny, and you got to eat breakfast with the Easter Bunny.
I missed that, I guess.
Yeah, he was working. Usually it was Saturday morning. 86. We thought that it was getting
cooler at night.
Yeah, he's trucking across America. He's in Louisiana. Mike is. There's Robert Aguilera. How are you guys? How are you doing? Did you get to retire yet? Him and Art need to retire.
Yeah. Oh, there's a guy that had the bike from yesterday.
Oh.
Here, look at my camera. I'm going to videotape the guy that had the shifter that was like a double barrel shotgun. He just pulled up. You don't run away on him.
Yeah, it looks like he's going somewhere else too. Yep, I remember that. They always had all those little the little pet area in Minnesota. Yep, Kmart was cool, and I don't think if there's any open, they're very far and few between. Because they used to have, they opened up big and it had the big K for a while. Did he leave?
Yeah, he's going all the way down the other end. I ain't running down there.
No.
Maybe I'll catch him later.
So anyway, we're still talking about Kmart.
Kmart.
Yep.
We're pretty much out of business. There's a few I see every now and then. Most of them
Oh, now she's on. Now she's on YouTube. Now you can give her a wrench.
Oh. Nope. Let me go on my phone.
Oh, all right.
It's because it's probably in StreamYard.
Oh, all right.
Let me go in my YouTube studio.
Pretty much. Petco and PetSmart. Yeah, I don't know when they was. They always, yeah, they would have the fish in the back and the hamsters and all the little birds. Sometimes they'd have the little parakeets you could buy. All those different places. Oh, you got my glasses. I know. It's nice when you're riding to have that stereo speaker on. If you're out on the highway and you can turn it up and listen to it because of all the wind and stuff. Because sometimes when ours is, when we're riding, you can't really hear it all the time. I can hear bits and pieces. I kind of know what the songs are.
She's the monitor.
All right, Paula, you got a wrench.
She got the wrench now.
You got a little blue wrench by your name. Okay, says his case is 90% done, Robert. So hopefully by the end of the month, he said, he'll be done.
And be out on the road.
Yep.
Living the good life.
Okay, he's coming to the Lone Star Rally. So are you down there in Texas? I can't remember if that's where he's from.
I think that's where he's from.
All right, so we'll see you at the Lone Star Rally. There's Paul. He's got a blue wrench too. We're going to be staying at, it's called Jamaica Me Beach. It's out on the island or the strand or
Strand, I think is what
whatever they call it. I don't know. I'm not sure.
We've been out there before. We've been to Galveston last year, not during a rally. It's neat. I don't know. Hopefully it won't be cold and rainy. But
I'm
I don't
hoping
know.
because all the rallies we've been to so far, thank God, has been very nice. The weather's been great. Hardly any rain at any of them. So
I think we're only about 15 or 20 minutes from the main drag where everything's going on at. So, but I know that some of the vendors have told us that it is just poured there. And so we're hoping for the best. Not to have a bad experience there, and not to go back again. So
you've been found, Paul. He says, now I can say I've been seen.
there you go.
He's an official moderator now. So 50 people are on. Give us a big thumbs up if you're watching. That shows YouTube you guys care and they like that. So they want to, all these little things you have to do to make YouTube happy to keep us making videos for you guys. Oh, he lives on the border of Kansas and Nebraska. Robert does. Right, he's going to ride about 1,000 miles to get there. So that's not too awful far. Going to do that in one day. We're at Panama City Beach, Thunder Beach Autumn Rally. How about that? That's a mouthful. So it started on Wednesday and it'll be done tomorrow on Sunday. But probably most of the vendors will be closing up early. I think they did all right.
Most of the vendors here have done speeds here, which they don't really have much going on right now. But they've said it's been an all right rally. Rick Rack seems like they've been really busy. We talked to Amzo, Adam. Adam didn't talk to him today, but overall, he said he was pretty happy with what goes on. You know, this isn't an expense. You know, it's not like Sturgis. Sturgis is the most expensive for the rallies, and a lot of people complain about that to the vendors. But it's like there's no place you're going to make the money that you're going to make in Sturgis. Ocean City, Laconia, they say those are really expensive rallies, which we're finding out. If you live in Laconia, we are looking for a place to put our trailer, RV. Right now, the closest thing I can find this lake is about $150 a day. We're not going. So if we can find somebody that's within 40 miles, 50 miles of Laconia, got some property that we can slip the ORV there. We really can't stay with somebody because we're going to have the dog. Charlie Dog will be with us next year. So we don't want to inconvenience somebody by bringing him there because he'd be there all day by himself. And he doesn't tear nothing up.
No, he's a good doggy. And for some reason now he likes to play with other dogs. It's not that he's never been aggressive, but he's always been kind of like a loner. If other dogs come up, he's always like, my ball, leave me alone. And now all of a sudden he just wants to play with other dogs. I don't know.
Maybe it's when
he's going through the change of life.
Maybe he played with his sister that time.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
that
Lily.
was the first time he ever really played.
Yeah, he really played with another dog.
So.
Okay, so he's going to go halfway. He's going to go to K River, stay, and then ride in the rest of the way. So tell Adam we said hi if you see him. Yeah. I don't know if he's there. I don't know really what he's doing right now. We haven't watched him in the last month
Yeah.
or so, I think.
I've seen a few of his videos come up off and on about the K River and things like that he had an event there.
I'd like to see his house. His house looks awesome. He's building a house, him and Ashley. So looks really cool.
So yeah, so pretty exciting.
So 50
And
people on. Give us a big thumbs up if you're watching, please. So YouTube will know you care, I guess. I don't know what their big deal is with the thumbs up.
well, what they do is it shows people that are interested. It's just like watching our videos from start to finish. The idea is for our use or our benefit, you really need to watch videos till the very end. And the reason is because that's what YouTube will see that and say, hey, people are interested in their videos. They're watching all the way to the end. Just like the video that I got up right now. It's got record length of time. I think people are watching it like 9 minutes. And YouTube's all excited about that. And so right now, yesterday's video is still #1 in my ranking of videos for this month. Not compared to Sturgis. It's been over a month now. But we're almost at 5,000 views. People are at a little less now. It's at almost 8 minutes that they're watching. This morning it was 9. And it's a long video. It's 17, 18-minute long video. With a lot of girls, you want to stay all the way to the end. That girl there on the front, that's on that thumbnail, she's in the end with her friends. And she filmed all that. So I pretty much laid that whole strip down there, and you can see the girls checking them out. They wave and friendly. It's not one of them guys. Riding through with that nice, fine, loud music.
Well, and he's probably going 15 miles an hour where everybody's walking. There goes buddy.
Yeah, that is stereo cranked up. And his other buddy. So we got a variety. First guy had rock. Second guy wasn't quite sure. Third guy had rap music coming on. All three together. And
so Mike also wanted to know, is there any big name acts at any of the other rallies like they have in Sturgis?
Well, Ocean City ended up having Kid Rock. So far, that's it. That's the only other place that we've seen headliners. So I don't know about Galveston. Anybody else that wants to chime in on the Lone Star State Rally, if they have any big bands? I'm not seeing anything. But yeah, Sturgis is where they bring in, really it's the Buffalo Chip. Buffalo Chip is the one that brings in the big names.
Full Throttle has...
Well, Full Throttle brings in some of the older people. They've had Travis Tritt and, I don't consider Godsmack and some of these other bands like that were from it seemed like Jackal. I don't consider Jackal a headliner band. They're a band, and if you are into those kind of, Godsmack and Puddle of Mud and some of those bands like that, those are like fair bands. They travel the fair circuit and things like that. Big headliners are, which is sad, we don't have a lot of them anymore. Kid Rock's a headliner, Aerosmith, if they had Ted Nugent again, I think that would still be maybe he would be a headliner, maybe he's not, but I would think he still is in the biker world. She likes George Thorogood. He was actually out at Ocean City too. He kind of falls into that category of Godsmack and stuff too, because if you're not a George Thorogood guy, which if you're a biker, it's kind of hard to believe that you're not into Bad to the Bone and some of his other good songs that it's more of a biker type music. But maybe you're like, I don't know who the hell George Thorogood is, and you may not. And
but he's an excellent entertainer.
It's like they said at one of the rallies one time, they had Elton John came in, and everybody booed him. Well, at the end, everybody was applauding him but I mean, he's just, here comes somebody with George Thorogood on their song, Bad to the Bone. They even just talking about it. So that's typical, AC/DC. The Full Throttle, ZZ Top. Bob
Seger's a good one. They should have at a motorcycle
but it's
rally.
hard.
I think he
For some reason, Bob Seger, I don't know. That's when we talked to Woody from the Buffalo Chip Rod, he told us, we asked him, what band would you like to have that you've never been able to have here? And he said Bob Seger. Bob Seger always tells him, we'll talk about it when we get closer to the event. Why Bob Seger doesn't come to Sturgis, I don't understand. I don't know. It blows my mind. The Eagles would be another good band that I think would be good at a rally.
Aerosmith.
I don't know. AC/DC would be good. But I mean, he said that AC/DC would cost him as
$1
much
million.
as every band he has there to pay for AC/DC, and he just can't. He'd love to have them there, but he just can't justify the money. Queen would be another one, I think. Even with
Oh yeah, with Adam Lampert.
it sounds really good. I'm not sold on the new Journey guy. I don't like. We grew up with Steve Perry singing. I just can't get into the new kid. But I mean, I know there's other people there that might really get into hearing some Journey at one of the rallies. Kiss. You know, we were in Laughlin, and I couldn't believe 2 weeks before the Laughlin River run,
had Kiss.
3 years ago, they had Kiss. Why would you not have brought them out during the? But I understand that they already knew that they would get the Kiss, would sell out the
With
hotels. Why do we want to bring them into the rally?
When they already are going to have a
And we used to
crowd
have,
for
which
the
is not
rally.
around anymore, Charlie Daniels. We've seen him at a bunch of bike rallies. He's a really good one for bike rallies. They had Lee Greenwood over here at the Iron Horse in Daytona. We were going to go and then decided not to. I like some of the
crowd.
He does a lot of patriotic stuff. Somebody told me he did a 15-minute set and that's all he did. Now I don't know. We'd have to talk to one of the other vendors that are over there that has a YouTube channel. We could check with him and see. I think he filmed some of it, but I didn't watch all of it. Yeah, Motorhead. I think I've seen them at rallies. And
Ken's on there.
somebody else waving.
Oh, thanks for watching.
Yep, some more subscribers. She put our biggest sign out here.
Oh yeah.
But couldn't strap it on the back of the bike.
I don't know. We had that made.
We need
Ken, are you going to go to Galveston? He's on. Ken Copeland.
I guess you didn't make it here.
No, he's probably out on the road.
We were thinking about you.
Molly Hatchet. I was thinking that too. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know who we saw? We saw with Aerosmith was Motley Crue. And I enjoyed Motley Crue better than Aerosmith. And I'm a huge Aerosmith
What's
fan.
so bad about Aerosmith is they made it's like going to the Rolling Stones or something like that. They played so many freaking songs over their career. Kiss is like that. She don't like some of the Kiss songs, but it's because we grew up with them in the
70s.
Yeah, the mid 70s to the 80s music, and then the stuff in the 90s we never really listened to. We have one of our friends likes the Psycho Circus or whatever it is by Kiss, and we never really. I know the song now, but I didn't know it at the time.
Yeah,
so,
I was disappointed when I saw
So we
Kiss.
went and seen Aerosmith. This is years ago. And we wanted to hear like Pink and of course they played Toys. They didn't even play Toys in They played Sweet Emotion
and Walk This Way.
Yeah.
Those are the only two songs they played that I was.
And of course they always, which somebody made a joke about this the other day. I was watching it on.
It was,
I think it was the Cable Guy.
Yeah, it was. Larry the Cable Guy.
And we were watching it. And he goes, "What's worse than going to a concert of one of these groups, Aerosmith or Rolling Stones or whatever it is that you like?" And they go, "Oh, by the way, let's play the songs off the new album." What? Nobody wants to hear any of that
And he
crap.
says, "Time to go get a beer."
And it's like, which it is. You're not going to buy the stupid album. Nobody buys it. So why do they play all those stupid songs that nobody's going to listen to? It's not like somebody like Garth Brooks
Metallica.
or somebody new that's out here that's been out for a long time and they can come out with new hit songs.
Judas
And
Priest, Bad Company. That's a good one.
they used to have Ozzy Osbourne used to come out to some of the bike rallies. They had him
If they
in
can
California.
shuffle him up on
He
stage.
He used to come to the Pomona one and had Ozzy Osbourne came out there and did some shows. I don't know if he can do anything anymore, but I mean that's it's Jethro Tull.
He's got him and his son are doing some reality.
Traveling around or something.
I don't know. I don't know how what they're pumping into that guy to keep him going. All right. Talks like that, and he shovels his little feet when he walks.
He's old. He's got a lot of
He
drugs.
can't be. Well,
He's
yeah,
got a lot of
that's it.
drugs.
I think it's that more than anything else.
So
Jesus Jones wants to meet us in
Galveston.
Galveston. So I don't know if
We don't know nothing in Galveston yet. So probably what we'll do is I think there's a dealership around there someplace. I think we'll talk to Larry at Bugs Fight and see what.
where
he's
there's
setting
a
up
place.
at. Or that, or maybe we'll have to do one of these vendors and do like here. Will we have a meet and greet?
Don't go there.
We did Ciro. Did a live from there last time in Sturgis. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll set up a day with Ciro and do a live from their booth, and you guys can come and meet us there. Because when we end up with this, we're going to kind of hang around here for probably till 1 o'clock Central Time. If you want to come by and chat or.
So two things. Somebody asked about Snoop Dogg. I don't like.
He's
Snoop
at
Dogg.
he's coming to
Buffalo Chip.
Yep, again. She's not a Snoop
He's
Dogg
not
fan.
my favorite person.
We're gonna get her on the stage with Snoop Dogg and the King from
Burger King.
Those
Oh
are her two idols.
no.
She would have nightmares.
Yes, I would. Both of those.
I'm gonna get her with Snoop Dogg because her grandkids would love that. See, she knows what Snoop
Leonard
Dogg is.
Skinner's a good one.
Yeah. But Leonard Skinner, the band's changed. They got not the same people. But we've seen Leonard Skinner. We've seen him years ago in Montana at County Fair. They came in and they were pretty good.
Willie Nelson. We went to see Willie Nelson, and he sang a song. His family.
Look, that girl got the same shirt on she had last night. Girl with the ponytail. That the girl was dancing. I'm sure it's the same girl.
I don't know.
Girl from last night that she thought was pretty hot dancing, and I think that's the exact same girl. She had braids like that, and she had that shirt on. Not the same jeans. She had tight pants on or something.
Anyway, I don't know what I was talking about now. Oh, Willie Nelson. So it says Willie Nelson and family. So all of his family, it's in back there. So all of his family came out and sang. The bus driver even came out and sang a song. And then Willie Nelson sang On the Road Again. And that was it. So, yeah, Willie Nelson's not all he's cracked up to be. I know. Those are the good old bands. It would be neat. We should have a 70s Woodstock for all those bands to come, and we could all go to that.
Yes, Willie Nelson is not worth seeing the money for. But I mean, they got a lot of these acts like in Vegas that come out. I think who's it? The other day they said that it's a rock and roll band that's going to come out. It might be their ending tour. They're doing 5 or 6 days in Vegas.
Allman Brothers, yeah, that would be good.
There's a lot of them like that. The Marshall Tucker Band. Well, the one band that we've never got to see that I'd like to see, and they do band every once in a while, is Boston.
Yeah.
We've seen ELO, and we've seen that in the Hollywood Bowl.
38 Special.
That was great.
The
Cars is another one. Just heard one of their songs today. Who?
Poop Dog.
Poop Dog.
That's my new name for him.
And but I don't know. And
but if it was worth it, he spent. Robert said he went. I guess they were over in Germany. Spent $1,500 to go see Kiss. He said his wife just about killed him. But they said it was an awesome concert. Average white band. Grand Funk Railroad. Get your funk on. There was something else I was going to say. I don't remember.
So yeah. So there's a lot of stuff out there. We were going to talk. That's one of the videos we should do. We should do a video on the best bands. And we'll send it to Woody at the Chip. He actually listens to us. I don't know if he watches any of our shows or not, but when we talk to him on the phone, he's always really nice. And
Atlanta Rhythm Section.
I don't know about that.
Who sings Drift Away?
How's it go?
I think that's my ringtone. And Drift Away. Steve Miller Band. We've seen him a lot. He's out in California, and he plays every venue that's out there. But he's good.
He does a lot of stuff
he does that whole album. Whatever album that is.
A lot of stuff for kids.
He's part of the Fender Museum, and they teach kids how to play instruments, and he's part of that. And he raises a lot of his money for that organization.
So it's kind of neat, and there's a lot of them out there. That's the only nice thing about California. A lot of people complain about California. Greatest place in the world to ride. Hopefully my buddy Art, which he's not on this morning yet. He might be still sleeping.
Doobie Brothers.
Yeah, Doobie Brothers. We've seen Doobie Brothers a bunch of times.
Not ELO, REO.
REO Speedwagon.
I like REO.
It's
one of my favorite groups.
Yeah. So we've heard both of those. We grew up with that. REO Speedwagon and the Doobie Brothers. Doobie Brothers are really good. See, a lot of times they want heavy rockers, and to come and they don't think like Doobie Brothers aren't really, they're that time during the 70s and stuff. REO Speedwagon is like that too. Not really hard rockers that you see on some of the other bands and stuff. But I mean, in some of these bands, we've seen one-hit wonders. We've seen what's the ones that wear the cones on their heads?
Oh, that they sing the safety dance.
Yeah.
Men. I can't think of them. I can see them.
Dion.
Is it Dion?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. We've seen them at the fair. We've seen the guy that sings Ram Jam. Or no, sings the Knack. That guy came to the fair and sang My Sharona.
Oh yeah, the
It
Knack.
was the Knack.
The
It is
Knack.
the band. It's called the Knack.
Yeah, Devo. Devo's who
Devo,
sings
that's it, Devo.
Minute and a Half.
And we've seen them too. Well, we ended up having is, and that's the only nice thing about California is we lived there for 17 years, and they have some really good. These bands come up like we were having. They had this thing for I don't know how many years that was in Orange County, California, and they had the fairgrounds. It was the New Year's Eve party that they had. And you could bring your kids, whatever. They had all these different tents, and they had different bands in them. Well, most of them were one-hit wonders. And it'd be more or less one guy, the guy that was actually the singer or whatever it was, he'd be in there with a band. And it was kind of neat. We got to see a lot of those people that we grew up with, like the Knack, My Sharona, and a couple of the other ones out there.
And it reminds me of our wedding reception. They were playing, because mostly it was family, so they were playing older stuff, and we're like, can you play something new? And that was one of the songs they played. So that always reminds me of that.
Remind everybody how old you are.
Well, I don't care. We got married. You always tell everybody how we talk about old. Somebody's birthday's tomorrow.
Who? Speeds? He's having a birthday tomorrow. Speeds is.
He is. Now he'll be caught up with me. You can't say I'm older than him anymore.
Yeah, but her birthday was like 6 months ago.
It was not. It was 2 months ago.
Long time ago.
He thinks I'm so old.
He's rocking the cradle here.
He thinks I robbed the cradle. I don't know who Pat Travers is. Travers? Who sings Traveling Band? CCR.
Yeah, CCR has come out. We've seen a lot of times it ends up being that we have a lot of, especially living in California for that time, a lot of tribute bands are actually better. Some like we have one tribute band that we watch that does Journey. Actually sounds just like Steve Perry. Does an excellent job. And we missed not being able over there to see
Pat
that.
Benatar.
Yeah. Pat Benatar, she's been getting weird with the virus and all this stuff that she's canceled a lot of her tours and stuff like that. So I don't know if she'll ever come back out.
38 Special, yeah. A lot of great bands. Man, wouldn't that be neat to have a concert with all them guys? That's why I said we need to have a 70s Woodstock, and we could all go to that and party all weekend or week. Probably take a week for all them to play.
I'd be dead.
I don't know. I think they'd really be
Sleeping
cool.
on the ground?
I might, to go to something like that.
After one day, she'd be moaning.
Well, my dad was really strict, so when Woodstock was going on, he was having a fit. So I don't know. Snorting whiskey. Snorting whiskey and drinking cocaine. Oh, I don't know. That's who Pat Travers is. I don't know. Do you know that one?
I know Randy Travis.
It's T-R, I don't know if it's an A or O, V-E-S-E-R-S.
Well, see, a lot of these bands, it's like REO Speedwagon. They did a lot more touring in the Midwest than, like, if you go out to California, they're like, who is that? Now, they have come out there. They play a lot of the casinos. And a lot of these bands are, they're still out there doing, well, not so much now. REO Speedwagon was supposed to come to Sturgis, but the lead singer there, I forget what his name is, he got the COVID and couldn't show up.
I like Grand Funk Railroad, too. All right. They said they can't believe we don't know that person. I don't know.
Looking it up.
That's what I'm looking to see.
Well, we used to own a DJ company.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, I don't know. I don't know the name. I don't have any music from them, I don't think. But that just depends. We probably listened to more pop music than we did anything else. I was never really into.
But I'm a cougar.
You're a cougar?
Because I touch it. Rapping said happy birthday. And so did Mike. You guys going? Right. Oh, are we going to have a ride in Galveston? No.
I don't know.
Maybe.
How many people are down there? We need to know how many of you are going to be there.
Oh, there it is.
You have to go away and listen to it.
Norton Whiskey. 100 birthday. Boom, boom. See, I don't know. I might know that one.
I don't know.
He looks like it's probably an 80s guy.
I don't know. She's going to go back away and listen and see if she knows that song or not. Not saying we have never heard of the guy. There's a lot of artists out here. We used to be really good to listen to music, and we could tell you exactly who it was that sang it and what year it came out. But since we don't do that so much anymore, we don't really get that. We listen to a lot of country music now. we did when we did high school dances and stuff like that in the early 2000s. I kept up pretty much with you know, the rap music, Nelly and some of these other ones out there that were out there at that time. Notorious Big and all that different stuff back then. So we know some of those songs and stuff. A lot of the newer stuff now, we turn on, was it Kiss, whatever that radio station is. They got one in LA. It's like they have everywhere where that.
I don't know, Boom Boom I might have heard of, but Snorting Whiskey I don't think I've ever heard of.
And so, not saying we never heard, never did, but it also depends on where you live and where that band played. Like us, we used to have a band called Head East. And I don't know how many out there have heard of Head East. They were actually a Midwest band too. When they first started out, they did a lot of high school dances and stuff like that. So a lot of times you get these bands, especially back in the 70s and the 80s, that were more played in certain areas. It's kind of like Kid Rock was originally from Detroit. You know, he did the DJ scene up there and did all that. And so he's probably before he really got big, he was probably more well known there. Then he moved to California and married Pamela Anderson, and that's when he did Cowboy and all that kind of stuff that he did. And so
Palace Gypsy, let us know. I don't know if anybody's from the Galveston area and you can think of a place we can meet up. Let us know. Or if there's a good ride.
Well, we want to try to stay away from. It seems like restaurants don't do real good. It seems to be like bars and stuff seems to be, or like here at Frank Brown's Park. It seems like that's a lot easier place for people to do meetups. Like I say, we might do something at the Ciro tent. We'll find out where they're at. They were real good about giving us the counter space and letting us do a live and everything from there. So we could definitely do a meet and greet there. I think she'll be fine with that if we do it again.
I can email her.
So that could be a possibility, but we don't know where nobody's at. They're all telling us where they're at, but we have no picture.
When they're saying I'm on the main drag, I'm on the Strand, I'm on the seawall.
Yeah, I look at the map of where the vendors are mainly at.
Christopher has a heady CD.
Oh, okay. Where's he from?
I think he told us earlier. I think he's from Missouri.
Oh, well, then that would explain if you're from Missouri already. That was, like I say,
I think.
Head East, I think, was more of a Midwest band. They were someplace we were at.
A local said he remembers Head East. Flat as a Pancake. I think that was their big song.
Yeah. And,
who's the other one? Supertramp.
Yeah. Breakfast in America. And, so some more subscribers. Did you get pictures earlier? A lot of people bring their dogs here.
That looks like the dog that was on the back of that other guy's bike.
It's not the same guy. It's probably a different dog.
I know. It looks the same.
Maybe it's his dog walker.
I don't know.
Jumping all over everybody.
Yeah, drive me crazy. We had a dog like that. Jack was a jumper.
Like you're a dino on another bike. Like we're at the race. Sounds like we're at the raceway. So one of the things I was very shocked about this rally, and also Myrtle Beach, was that Harley Davidson did not have the demo truck out.
They didn't make a present.
So what do you think about that? They've been everywhere. We have not seen, even in
Daytona?
No, Big Trail, they had 2 trucks, which I've never seen that before. I've never seen 2
they
trucks.
They didn't go to Myrtle Beach either, remember?
That's what I said, Myrtle Beach and here. There was no trucks, no demos. So, which is really weird. I don't know why they wouldn't be here.
That's why I said I don't know if the dealership has to ask them to come out or maybe. Oh, isn't it the dealership that has to pay for them?
Well, I think it depends on what it is. Well, I think if the dealership pays for it, they've got control over how they do it. If they bring the truck out, like when they go to Daytona, usually they're usually at the fairgrounds, and when they're at the fairgrounds, the dealer has no control over it. But when it's on their property, I think is when they have to pay or do something to get it. Or
because remember when they were out here when you rode the Pan America, they said that it was the dealership that had to do the rides. So that's what they were waiting for, because the Indian dealer was already doing rides, but they had to wait till somebody from the dealership came out to do the rides. So maybe they don't have enough people to do the rides. Blue Oyster Cult.
Yeah. But that's just weird how they're not here. You know, I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense why, you know.
Something smells good.
But I mean, we also seen that Boss Hoss wasn't at Daytona this year for the fall rally. We never get a chance to talk to them
No, I
and see
didn't.
why they didn't come. You know, a lot of people, we got that virus going around, and we got a couple of vendors that, well, one here that didn't show up. We had one in Myrtle Beach that didn't show up because of that. J&P Cycles in Sturgis had to close down a couple days because of it. So, you know, that could be affecting some of this. Could also be affecting the Harley truck. Maybe a lot of the guys.
Could have been. Maybe
but I
they
mean,
had
from
them
Myrtle Beach
scheduled
to
and-
here, it's been a pretty long.
Well, Sinister
You know,
Sound was.
But they went. You know, I wasn't going to say anybody.
Oh.
Daytona had trucks, so that's in between that. So.
And they got more than one truck, I think. They've
Well,
got
I know.
several
Yeah.
that travel all over. Because some dealerships, they have local.
You know, it's kind of like the Clydesdale. They have a truck that they have many trucks that run up to 270 days a year on the road. That just blew me away that those horses like that are on the road that long in that truck riding around.
Yeah.
And that's a lot. But somebody's dog's running loose. I think that's that guy's dog from the
Oh yeah,
down
there. He must have saw the other dog and ran down there. I don't know.
He's out walking around. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe that girl said.
Oh yeah, I don't know. So anyway, there's 57, 56. Give us a thumbs up if you're on.
Yeah.
Don't forget to give us a thumbs up.
So I don't know. So do you rather see us or would you rather see the crowd and hear us talking over them? That could be something. I can't change this one now, but we've done that in the past at the last rallies. We've turned the camera around the other way, and then it's also better quality too. This is coming back at us screen, but she can't. If we flip the camera, we talked about that before. No, the reason we don't have it, you can't answer the comments. We can't bring them on the screen because the screen is the other way around. No, maybe I can't answer the comments. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Let us know if you'd like to.
They just won't come up on the screen.
Yeah. So if you'd rather see people walking by.
They love the crowds.
Yeah. So we can't do it on this one because I can't flip the camera around now. But we could, but it'd be really poor quality because that's what was happening, I think, in some of them when we were doing it in Daytona. Now, see, we did that in Daytona. Yeah.
Everybody kept saying your video is horrible.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times we found out
both.
We were taking from one of the vendors. We were using their Wi-Fi, and I was stepping too far out in the street, and my quality was going to crap in a handbag. So here we're actually using our hotspot, and AT&T. We're going to talk about some of that. If anybody's interested in doing something like that, we have a hotspot, which actually they're sold out. They're such a great deal. They're sold out. We've also got the phones.
The one that just gave us his email or his
yeah,
website?
because when I went on their site and I put it on YouTube, or not YouTube, but on a Facebook channel the other day, and they said, must be why they're sold out because they don't have any cards right now. But what they are, which is a whole different story, but it's a lot of these companies out here that sell cards to put in your modems and things like that, or your hotspot, they copy them. They copy them from somebody else. And like somebody's got a card that they had from 10 years ago when they're only paying $40 a month for it. They copy that card and send it out with the same information to a bunch of people. Well, ends up finding out that AT&T or Verizon or whoever it is that had the hotspot originally says, hey, there's way too many people on it, and they're all over the United States. We're going to turn you off. Click, and you've lost everything. So some of these companies, like there's one that we don't recommend, Nomad Internet. They've got if you want to buy all their crap, their hotspot, and they buy all the stuff that they sell, they'll give you a monthly deal. But if you just want the card, they want like $300 up front plus a monthly fee. And I'm like, if it sucks, I lost $300 plus a month. Well, with this one, you had to pay like $15 and $35 to get it turned on, and that was it. And so after a month, if I didn't like it, it wasn't that big a deal.
Out $45.
Yeah. So it wasn't the end of the world. But we've had this one now over a year. Might be getting close.
Well, no, in January. Remember, you had to see when you bought it? It was January 3rd.
Okay.
So not quite a year, almost a year.
And it has been excellent. And that's what we have. We have Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. And we use all three. I don't use the T-Mobile as much, but we have had to use I have a hotspot for T-Mobile too. And I got that through T-Mobile because we got the phones and you got a better deal. So we have 5G hotspot on T-Mobile, but we've used that 3 or 4 times. The AT&T one, I have probably used 95% of the time. The Verizon,
Visible.
we use the Verizon a lot too. So I would say the Verizon's, I wouldn't say 99 then. AT&T is probably about 65, 75%, and probably about 20, 25% we use the Verizon, and then like 3% we use
The T-Mobile.
T-Mobile. But you need all that if you want to be out here on the road. Because a lot of people say that, hey, I'd like to do what you do and all this. Well, it sucks if you ain't got no phone service. You can't call anybody, you can't text anybody, you got no internet, you got nothing. And you're stuck someplace for a week.
And then if you are YouTubing, then you need the upload speed, not just the download. Download's good for watching
See, right
TV.
here, we got about 17 or 18 megabytes going up. So that's really good. That's really, you need at least 5 to do a live. You could get by with less if you didn't move around. But see what happens is, now this is really, like Sturgis did that. It started out, we had AT&T, and it was crazy, the Buffalo chip. But nobody was there. Once it got really busy, T-Mobile kicked in. And I couldn't even get anything on AT&T. We were using T-Mobile the last 2 or 3 days we were there. And that was the only way I could upload videos. And why T-Mobile came out of nowhere, I don't know. It's almost like they must have seen something that's boosted a tower or something.
There's a bunch of people there. Let's turn that on. Oh, there's Buck. Where are
Reynolds?
you at, Buck?
Yes, we wondered.
Bob wanted to know where you were the other day, and I'm like, I don't know where he's from. I can't remember. Rockin' the Free World. Every time I hear that song, it reminds me of you.
And but I mean, it's not. If the crowds aren't, you will turn around for a minute, and we'll let you guys kind of look at that. Like I said, remember, it's not the highest of quality because it's the other camera. So right across the street from us here is the Geico girls. They're giving away little fans and little stuffed animals. And you got to fill something out or something. Is that what you had to do?
I
didn't do it. Next to that is somebody selling sunglasses and a bunch of junk. And next to them is Law Tigers. And if you ever need a lawyer for something, let us know. If you're in a motorcycle wreck, we can guide you the right way. We're finding out a lot more stuff about these companies. We're not going to get into it because we're not experts on it, but we do know enough to get you somebody that would do your job. On the other side of that is the sound guy. It's the Rock. What's it say on their signs? Something Customs. Can't see what it says. That's where they always have the sound competition.
51 Customs? Area 51 Customs.
Okay. That's where they do all the loudspeakers tonight at 7 o'clock starts. This will be packed full of bikes. All these other vendors hate it because you can't do anything. Maybe that's why they're doing it at 7 o'clock at night. Because typically here by 6 tonight, everything should be shut down. They close this down early. So that might be why they're doing it. I think before they started this earlier. On the other side of them is the big Rick Rack tent. And on this side next to us is, I think, Christian Motorcycle Group. But on the side of that is the Lucas Oil job guy, which we do AMS Oil. So we don't really do the Lucas. Not saying anything bad about Lucas. Twisted Tea's got a booth down there. If you guys watched our video the other day, you show that. We don't really show anymore every single vendor anymore.
Oh, I got some people. Buck says, oh, he likes my shades. Thanks. Dallas, Colorado, I guess. CO is Colorado.
All right. So we're back to us.
Yeah, we are. We've
Cheers.
been doing really good. We take a lot of vitamins. We kind of keep our distance. We enjoy meeting people. But we've been very healthy. We've got medicine if anything should happen. But we take care of ourselves. Thanks, Buck.
Yep. So everything's been pretty well. We've had some sniffles, and we've been kind of coughing since we've been here. Just like a tickle in your throat.
Well, I think it's the humidity and stuff. We're not used to that, and I think it's our sinuses and stuff.
So
during
I don't know.
Because I feel fine.
Yeah.
Dallas, Texas.
And we've been getting halfway decent sleep. I think it was midnight last night before we went to bed. But we've been doing. Do you guys like the videos coming up same day like we've been doing? What we've been doing is going out in the morning, shooting the videos. I get back around 4 o'clock. We edit it, get it up. It is coming out. I should have been coming out an hour earlier, I see now. And so I should have had them done by 6. There we go. And so that's something that, do you guys like to see same day? I know some of you are not even watching it until the next day, so it doesn't matter. But that's something new that I tried at this rally. than what we've done
Well,
anywhere
it's nice
else.
because then when we get back home, we can kind of relax and he's not up half the night editing. So it kind of breaks
Well,
up the day a little bit.
Gave us some time to get out this week. We went over first night. We went
To Newbies, Miss Newbies.
Oh, Miss Newbies, went over there and checked it out. And then we went to Hammerhead Fred's. We've been to Hammerhead Fred's twice in a row now at night.
And then tonight we'll be at the boardwalk.
Yeah, and
Boardwalk
Hammerhead
Resort.
Fred's, if you really want to be someplace here wild and crazy, it's probably Miss Newbies is probably where you'd want to go. There's a lot of other bars here, a lot of small bars along the beach road. That Shuckums is really crowded. What's that goat bar?
Salty Goat.
Salty Goat's really popular. But it's more of, I think, sitting around drinking. I think they got a little band inside all the time. We went there last year in the spring and stopped in there. It's kind of a neat little bar.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we actually ate there. And but they don't have very many places to sit. Parking lot fills up really quick. You got to get there 4 or 5 o'clock if you want to get a parking spot in their line. So
Delray, is that what he sells here? Delray?
I don't know.
Wants to know if anybody sells Delray. Oh, it's Bellray.
Delray what?
Bellray. I don't oil. I guess. I think Speed's right here does.
Yeah.
See behind me? Is it that way or this way? Is that what you're looking for, Bellray? So Speed's here does. It says Delray, but I think he might have meant Bellray. I don't know. Bellray oil product. Yes. Speed.
Speed sells that. And we used to put that in the bike. The Speed used to do my oil changes, and I've used that for years. And I've used AMSOIL before in a bike, but it usually ends up being with AMSOIL. I always run into problems finding somebody to get it from, because a lot of stores don't sell it. Then we ran Mobile One for a long time in my bikes, because you can always go to Walmart and get Mobile One. And a lot of people badmouth Mobile One. Oil, you just got to look at all this stuff. And I'm not an oil expert, and that's why we had Adam on there, and he kind of could explain oils and stuff like that. Well, he says on his oil, if you change his oil, you only have to change it once a year or every 10,000 miles. Now, I don't know if I'll go 10,000 miles. I don't know if I feel comfortable going that long. A lot of cars now, they tell you 5,000, which we let the truck do 5,000, my diesel truck. But most of my cars, we do about 3,000 miles. I don't care what I put in them. But I mean, they're older cars. And
So give us a thumbs up if you're watching.
oh, look, it's the dinosaur guy, or the lizard's out. I'm gonna take the camera over there. So for tomorrow's video, we'll have the lizard on. The Geico lizard. She's gonna go over there and film me. Gotta turn it on. And she's gonna go do a live real quick with him. That's the thing that we always find out, just like almost all the girls that get filmed, it's her. Once in a while, if you hear me say, hey, wave at me, it's me. Most of the time, I let her go and film because it's so much easier for a woman to do it. We go film, guys go film the girls. They always think there's something weird, a little different, perverted or whatever. I don't know. So I just let her do it. She got a hug now with me. And so that'll be on tomorrow's video if you guys want to check that out. And something different. And that's the advantage if you sit around one of these booths like this all day long. You can see stuff, see bikes that when we're traveling around, you know, where we're at in an hour or two from now, those people may be here. So you don't end up being able to see all the stuff, to where if you stayed in one place, you'd probably see a lot more bikes, variety of bike stuff. Just like that guy drove by with them, that veterans bike with the Marines. We seen that last night at Sharky's. So that was kind of neat. And but yet, if it would have just sat here, we could have seen it here. But I got to walk around it there. Here he drove through. Here I'd be chasing people. And depending on where they park, most of the people they've been trying today is park you on the far side. And I think they do that intentionally to make it look like the place is busier than it is. That's their big parking lot on the far side. And they fill that up with bikes, and that's where you come in at when you come in the park. And if you come in this back side, we've got a whole strip here where the last few days they've been making you park over there first. And I think it's for the illusion that it's crowded than it really is. Because I would say for a Saturday afternoon, this is not crowded. Usually when you come through here, I'd have no trouble riding my bike down here. You know, I have a few people walking in the middle, but I mean, it wouldn't be a problem. So.
Sound like something fell over.
Yeah. Blew an air hose. Oh, they're probably letting the rack down.
So we've been on an hour and 45 minutes.
Holy crap. So, we're probably going to wrap it up soon. So, if you guys want to know where we're going to be at the rest of the day, the plan is to hang around here till about 1 o'clock, and then we're going to go over to Hammerhead Fred. Supposed to be from 2 to 6. They're supposed to have the beauty contest. We'll see how that goes. If they drag this out, bikini contest, they're losing it. Then tonight from 7 to 9, probably it's going to be over before 9. I can't believe that they're going to have midget wrestling, and the Godsmack starts at 9. It's over at 9. It's all in the same place as I asked. I thought, well, maybe the wrestling's going to be inside in the air condition, but it's not. It's going to be outside, they said. So they got to put a ring up, tear it down. I don't know. So we want to get over there early so we get a good spot. So which Hammerhead Fred's and the boardwalk is like a quarter of a mile away from each other.
Yeah,
They're really
not too far.
Maybe a half a mile, but that far. And so we'll be there till 9 o'clock. After 9, it depends on how we feel if we do anything else. If we do anything else, we'd probably go down to Miss Newbies because it's Saturday night and it'll probably be crazy at Miss Newbies, and we can get some shots of that. And that will wrap us up for this rally. I don't know what we're going to do on Sunday. So we'll have a video come out. I probably won't have a video come out tomorrow. We'll probably have the next video come out on Monday. And that'll be the highlight of what we got today and some things that I didn't put in. We did a little bit of riding out here, but I didn't film a whole lot of it. But I filmed some riding coming through here and coming in the dealership and stuff like that. We didn't shoot a lot at the dealership this year. Not a whole lot going on over there. You know, we got Dan Kites over there. We thought they were going to have bands, but there's only a DJ that is all they had playing over there all day long. So I thought because they had the stage, they had the spanners up and everything. I thought, oh, crap, they're going to have bands. Nah, no bands. So I don't know.
Michael wants to know if we've ever ridden the PCH. So
yes, I have rode it all the way from all of California. I have rode from the southernmost part all the way to the northernmost part of the PCH. Hopefully in November, which will be right before Thanksgiving, my buddy Art is going to take some time off, hopefully, and we are going to ride the PCH. He's not going to go. It'll be just me and him, and we'll document all that. Maybe we'll do a vlog every night. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll do it when we get back. But I've rode the PCH, especially anywhere from San Diego all the way up to, well, all the way up. I've rode it several times. I know some great places to stop, some great places to see the sea lions, great places to see the elks, all kinds of great stuff.
There's Glassbeach, there's Blackbeach, there's
But I don't know if we'd have all that. We did 6 days last time when we did all that crap. But I'm hoping what I'd really like to do is to get all the way up to Leggett. But I don't know if we could do it in 4 days. That would be a lot. We usually like to leave. We leave from LA, we would go to Morro Beach, stay all night in Morro Beach. Well, I don't know if the road's completely open. PCH they've had a lot of mudslides over the years. I don't know, what's that
up
first
by
one?
Big Sur.
Yeah, Big Sur is first stop up there, up the hill.
Somebody wanted to know if we're ever going to get to Oregon. I'm sorry, I forgot. I thought I wrote down your message, but I forgot your name.
Yes, we were really going to do it 2 years ago. We were going to do a ride up the coast, Oregon and the Washington coast. And I don't know when that's going to be now. With all the trouble that they've had in Oregon and all the crazy stuff, I don't know. Well, that and gas is getting, California, they're looking at it. It's only $5 a gallon now.
Somebody said it was $8 a gallon.
That's crazy. Crazy, which I know it's a lot of politics.
And I'm sure on the coast it's more.
Yeah. So riding a motorcycle, that's so bad. We can gas up in Arizona now with the 55-gallon tank. If she doesn't drive the truck while I'm gone, we can get over there and back on a tank of gas. Or I'd have to only buy maybe 10 gallons. But, 10 gallons, that's $50 or $60 just for 10 gallons. I don't know how people in California are doing it right now. That's just insane. But yeah, I mean, it's even high here. We're at about $3.50 a gallon here in California or in Florida for diesel. And so I know once we get into Louisiana and Texas, it's a little bit better price. But that's one of the reasons I've had it. While we're using the gas off the RV right now, I want to use that up before we get home. So I've been filling up we filled up 2 times. I'm going to need to fill up. If we go out tomorrow, I'll have to fill up again. So we have about 36 gallons on board gasoline, non-ethanol premium that I keep in there for the generator and for the motorcycles and the golf cart. So, all right. Well, if there's anything else anybody wants to ask, this is your last opportunity because we're going to wrap this live up. We've almost been on 2 hours and a lot longer than I really wanted to do today.
You said
And
11 to 1.
yeah.
But that was.
Yes, you can.
If you share some of your ice cream.
That's why I don't wear black anymore. Black, everybody loves black, but I don't have any black. I don't wear no black and no white anymore. That's right. It's I know black's a by color, but I wear it in the wintertime, but not in the summertime. It's just too much.
My bike stays quite there in the summer. I can't drive to 100 degrees.
Well, we live in Arizona, so yeah, we've ridden
127 degrees.
It's the hottest we've been through Death Valley. So that's why we now pull an RV with the bike in the back, and people go, "Oh, you don't know. I've rode in hail, snow, sleet. We've rode in rain where I had to pull over because I couldn't even see the hand in front of my face, and we've rode in 127-degree weather. So other than a hurricane or
yeah, I know.
And so when people say, "Well, you don't know," no, if you've rode in all that.
Thanks, Debbie.
Well, the thing is you get caught in that.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. Most time it is. Yeah. I don't normally if we get up and it's already raining, we've gone to churches that way. We get up and it's like pouring down rain. Let's look at the weather. If we can ride 100 miles and it's not raining, we'll go ahead and put the rain gear on and we'll do that 100 miles. But if it looks like it'll stop in 20 or 30 minutes, we'll just sit it out. But
I don't take my bike out on the road wet like that. It just gets too nasty.
yeah. Oh, we've been
It's
stuck.
every nook and cranny.
Yeah, that's for sure. Any more questions?
No, Deb just said happy birthday and for tomorrow and have a good night.
All right. So that, say your thing.
Thanks for coming along, Jay. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check out all of our videos here in Panama City Beach. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Share us with your family and friends. Think about Patreon. Give us a big thumbs up. Ring that bell for notifications. And we'll see you on the next video.
And no video tonight. Probably next video won't be up until Monday. So keep watching the one that just came up. We got a whole bunch of good videos this week from being here.
Yep.
A lot of girls, a lot of vendors, a lot of good stuff, a lot of bikes. And we'll leave you at that.
Bye. Thanks for watching.